Percentile dice is like usually when you want to roll low.
Not always.
Usually.
Depends.
It usually doesn't mean always, Callan.
Depends on the table.
What part of
Depends if
usually?
you're playing D&D
What part
or
of usually?
Speaking of D&D,
Yeah, go
The
on.
perfect segue. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
why don't we pay... No. Why don't we get into this week's episode of Reflex Save?
No.
All right, pack it in. You heard her.
We're forming a union, Callan.
Came all the way here.
Oh,
How would that
I
work?
refuse. I
Fair.
refuse.
You're already a union.
so I hear the dragon has landed, and that's very exciting.
Not quite.
No, it has.
Not quite.
Okay.
So clearly, Jen doesn't remember what happened last week.
That was a joke, bro.
Shite. That also was the counter joke.
Oh, it's next level. You're
I'm
beyond me.
I'm 3 levels in front of you and myself.
You are.
So the dragon, you did fight a dragon oncoming into the Caer. A number of people did die. However, you've done some damage to it as it passed through, and it wheeled around and headed towards the town itself, starting to land at the uphill climb. It's not quite landed yet, but it is clearly on its descent towards the uphill climb. Now, I believe pre-show, Andy had a question for me in regards to the distance.
Yes, I need to know very specifically how far I am from the dragon, and I believe it was the last thing to have a go, and
Yes.
it just had moved.
Yes, it did. You were flying toward at the back, pretty much right at the back of the Caer, so you're like right in line with the back of the Caer, a little bit further forward. It flew off. It was already about 180 feet in front of you. It is now roughly around 360 feet and descending towards the uphill climb, which is a good 400-ish feet away from you, from the Caer. That's where we were at. All of you are scattered somewhere on the upper floors of this Caer. Now, there's quite a lot of distances involved. I feel leaving us in initiative order is just going to be very annoying. So, I would like to pull us out of initiative, but we're going to be taking things still step by step because you've got spells that last a certain period of time, sometimes in the matter of, say, 10 minutes. So, I'm going to go through. I'd like you guys to describe what you want to do with your turn effectively, and we will take that all at once. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before we get into this, I really enjoyed all of your tactics last round. Support for each other. Trying to buff Wodun up to be able to hit something.
He landed a hit.
I
He
got
did land
there.
a hit.
I
He
got
did
there.
get there. Every one of you, I, without fail, did something to save some civilians in the situation. Whether you think you did so, I see you shaking your head. Whether you think you did so or not, you don't know what's behind this damn screen.
Okay.
All of you, if you haven't already got it, take your inspiration.
Oh man, I already had it.
Oh man, I've always got mine.
Nope.
It's a shame I can't stack them up.
Nope. Use it or lose it.
We can stack it.
Alright.
Just add another one.
You
Well, up
can't.
to
It's
level
on or
5.
off. It's binary.
Never used one. I've got it.
Inspiration is a boolean.
Inspiration is a Boolean value. Now, that being said, what do you guys want to do as a group? You're scattered throughout this Caer, but I mean, you've got the amazing Svieta wireless network. You can talk to each other.
Oh.
Spitfire.
I think its goal is to destroy the town. I think we're going to have to go out there and confront it.
Oh, you tuned into the network.
But Carnelian is just going to, like, if Carnelian can see that it's changed its course. Also, which way is it facing at the top of the uphill climb?
There's a couple of questions right there. Jen, I believe Carnelian has tuned into the Svieta network.
Okay.
He's thinking as loud as he possibly can.
Right. Through the meows.
Guys, we're only 30 feet. You guys are only 30 feet from me, respectively. You know, you're not very far. You have to psychic network. I suppose if we want to tune Wodun in.
He'll have to be on a long distance carrier.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe broadcast. Sorry, never mind.
Carnelian, it is facing, from your perspective, away from you, towards the uphill climb. The inn that's on the halfway between the town and the Caer.
That reinforces my existing thought process of it's going to try and flatten the town. If it's probably going to leave the Caer alone. Like think like the other two towns we have seen. It just bulldozed what it could and then moved on.
Before you guys start conversing, I have a spell on me that lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
So Wodun's going to, like, sort of... At the moment, he was floating, I think, 20 feet above the parapet on the Caer.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to turn and see you guys, like, starting to chat. And then he's going to turn and just fly as fast as he fucking can towards the dragon.
Okay, that's fair enough. So I want to get what everyone's doing. So Carnelian is sort of relaying information at this stage. Svieta, there's still more to go.
Yeah, he'd also like to call Chucky to him, because that's like...
Yeah, okay.
Because he can telepathically communicate with Chucky.
You've got multiple channels of telepathy working here. So
I've
you're...
got the Meow Chow, I've got Chucky, I've got the helm of telepathy.
You've got the full cable package. So what I want to find out, just before I describe the rest of this, Svieta, what do you want to do at this stage?
I wish I could fly.
Oh.
2 more levels.
There he goes.
You just
Press
wait,
5.
get the dragon to wait 2 more levels.
No, I was wondering if I can just like catch Wodun on a flyby and just like grapple him. Take me with you.
Unfortunately, I'll say Wodun's gone directly from the back of the Caer straight
Yeah.
towards.
Turn into like a small, like a monkey or something that can hang on.
Such a waste.
Then you get there and you have to fight the dragon as a monkey.
Just starts.
Svieta throws poop.
I mean, probably like the smallest animal you'd get the most value out of is like a spider, maybe.
Oh yeah, cast web and I'll just like grab onto it.
Like Spider-Man on that helicopter in the Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah.
But what does Svieta do in this moment? Confronted by this...
I'm tempted just to jump off the tower to get to this because I'm so frustrated that I can't
Better
do
no.
anything.
It's
not worth it.
6 damage on the way down.
Yeah. Would I have seen an ice spider?
This is very important.
Is an ice spider a thing?
It's a CR1. But it seems mythical and fancy, like you wouldn't see it in the wild.
Is it like made out of ice, or is it just a spider that lives in like cold places?
It's an Arctic creature, so I assume
It's an animal?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
probably not
beast.
It's not mythical then.
I feel like it's
Well,
like
it's-
a golden orb spider. Like, that sounds way more mythical than it is. Ice spiders in Icewind Dale are
Yeah.
probably just like an average spider.
Like an invasive species. They're like, ooh, the snow.
Where are you grabbing the ice spider from? Thank you. I just can't find a source book.
It's from the SKT, the Sword Coast. Oh no, the Storm King's Thunder. Oh, it's not from an official guidebook.
Storm King's Thunder is...
I could be a giant spider.
Giant spood.
You can find them in forests. This used to be a forest.
Because it doesn't really have a stat block, it's a variation just used in that one. And it is only used in that limited scope. No.
Okay. Can I be a giant spider? It's from the monster manual.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Nice. Oh, so many legs.
Just because a beast is from the monster manual doesn't mean you have like a blank card to use it.
I know, but like Callan and I went through a very specific list that I can transform into, but I saw the giant spider. I'm like, well, it's probably just horrific, and everyone sees one.
Here's the thing. I want all of you to imagine you're playing some sort of MMORPG. What are the most common enemies you run into at low level?
Giant rat,
Giant rat,
giant spider.
zombie, giant spider. I'm okay with applying this logic to here. Well, I'll let you use the giant spider.
Alright. So, my turn.
Yep.
I would like to raise my arms
Okay.
high into the sky, and like 2 spider legs will come out, and I will like enlarge myself to a large size, and it turn into a giant spider.
We just put the large spider on the map.
And then you can climb down the side of
I can! I'm still gonna like pretend to skydive off, and then just grab the wall and climb down.
Okay. So Svieta is taking immediate action, so a bonus action to change.
Yes,
And are you just moving as fast as you can?
I will be. Yeah. So I will use an action to dash towards where the guy is. What are we chasing? Shuttle and dragon.
A reanimated Zardrock comes
Yeah.
up.
Hey, buddy.
I wonder if a giant spider has the density required to suffer fall damage from falling at terminal velocity.
Are you climbing down the wall?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I
So,
gotcha.
it's got a 30-foot climb, so use all that to get down the tower, and then use the rest of my movement to like scuttle towards the city,
Skull.
regardless of how people feel about this.
I'm going to do you a solid. What's your
you.
movement speed?
It's 60 if I dash.
Okay. Because you've got to head north, effectively,
Yeah.
You're just going to start straight booking it to the side of the wall, and rather than just heading straight down and then across, which would cost you an extra 20 feet of movement,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, because there's another connection between the northwest and the southwest parapet, so you can effectively get on the wall and diagonal climb down,
Oh, sorry.
utilizing your movement as efficiently as possible,
Yeah.
and getting your, 120 feet movement? So effectively, you can move almost in a straight line.
Oh, no. Sorry. If I dash, it's 60, so my normal speed is 30.
Sorry.
Sorry, I thought I heard you.
You can effectively get to the base of the northwest parapet
Yeah.
at that point.
Um,
Cool.
And just before I do that, be like, don't be scared of just a spider.
What do you mean, don't just be scared? Look at you.
Okay, so you've dashed. Anything for Horatio before I continue there?
He's just going to start booking it towards the town. I'll stick with you, Carnelian.
Oh, do you want to jump on my back?
Surely there's
I
like
am a large
something-
creature,
Surely
you
there's
can.
some sort of transport. Like all these people got to the Caer. Like surely someone rode a horse there or something.
Okay, that's a good idea. Are there any horses in the Caer?
There are not.
Son
but-
of a bitch.
Your sled is already still hooked up to the side here. This little structure in between the parapets and the Caer in the middle here. You know for sure that is a like a kennel, because a little boy once stood in that place, and you rotated him in place.
Oh yes, never forget.
Rotating the boy.
Yeah,
That's where you took Dogcliff and Otto and all of your.
Oh my god, I forgot all about them.
You didn't roll for him. I just figured he was with everyone else.
Look, they wouldn't have done much.
So, because you didn't use Otto and Dogcliff in the fight, and Chucky, they can all be pretty much ready to go on a sled.
Okay. As intended.
Okay, well, I'll call out to Carnelian. Quickly, Carnelian, to the sled! And I'll just start running to the sled.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you a bit of time to get there, because you have to go through the
Down,
parapets down there. So I'm going to say you're not going to be able to make it quite there yet, but you're booking it towards the sled, and I'm going to say the two veteran militiamen see you, and they can see you just directly eyeing that sled, and they're just going to make way, get that sled up and going, and they start pulling it out towards you guys.
Oh,
Right.
where did those little goblin dudes end up? You know the guys who were like super good at sledding? That came with us here from the
Kobolds?
I think they just
Kobolds,
dropped us
yes.
off.
Same thing.
Little goblin.
Actually, you're honestly not that far from the truth.
They are driving one of the sleds. They can see there's only two of you getting into. You're booking it as fast as you can in a straight line. Wodun is flying in a straight line as well.
What a sight.
So,
Beautiful.
all of you are making haste to try and get to wherever this dragon is. Svieta on many feet. Wodun directly as the crow flies. And,
Sorry, I thought you were going to be like Wodun on no feet.
I mean, also true. And the rest of you on dog feet. And I'm going to say it's still going to take you a bit to get, next round you can start moving out of the Caer on your sled. So, what I'll describe for you. So, Wodun, you're up the front of the pack, and you can see as you start heading towards the dragon does land. That finishes that extra final bit of movement, lands, and how far can you move?
Funny you should ask, Callan.
Yeah.
You said I'm 360 feet from
Yes.
the dragon.
Yeah.
I'm hasted.
Yes.
I have an action to... I can double move.
Yes,
My,
you dash.
like my fly speed's doubled, so it's
Yep.
120. I can dash with my bonus action, and
Okay.
I can also dash with my additional action with haste. I can get to the dragon,
Okay.
and I'm going to go for a mount, if you'll let me.
So,
Whoa.
You're so fucking fast.
I know.
Jesus.
That's what haste does to people.
360 feet
why
in
can
6
you dash with your
seconds.
bonus action?
It's like just the bonus action dash.
No, that
That's a rogue
requires a
thing.
class feature
Yeah.
specifically, that's a rogue feature.
and a monk feature.
Okay.
Yeah, with Step of the Wind.
Cunning action.
Alright, well I can only dash.
You can still move 360 feet in a turn.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
So, what I will say,
True. Yeah.
I have an idea of how this plays out, because you can move 360 feet, right? And you were just booking it as soon as you could.
Shit.
So,
18 meters a second.
that is really moving.
I'm really holding onto this Pope hat.
It's the wind resistance. Okay. So, all of you start booking it as fast as you can towards this dragon.
Sorry, but that I just converted. That's 64 Ks.
Yeah,
64.
that's a fair clip for a person to move. Okay, so this is how I'm going to imagine it. I'd like you to do me an athletics check because I'm sort of. This is interesting. Do me an athletics check.
Who?
Wodun.
What am I? Is this to?
Just give me an athletics check.
Not snap your spine, maybe.
Just need to know
Athletics.
how athletic you are.
I heard he's athletic because he pretends to be.
I'm going to use my
Inspiration.
Okay.
That's better.
Ooh.
17.
17. Okay. Here's what happens in this sort of... This is taking place over a couple rounds, effectively. Svieta, you're moving as fast as you can towards, but you're just outmatched in speed.
Yeah, I'm like the tumbleweed spider.
I like that. It is downhill.
Yeah.
Do you want to make an acrobatics check?
It's the spider's dex.
True. It is.
If you want to do it.
You know what? Yeah, I want to be a little cartwheeling spider.
God, a giant cartwheeling spider.
That is terrifying.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, it's 15.
15.
Pretty
Svieta, on 8 legs, is going... And then as the hill starts cresting down, she flips up like a wheel and goes, tumbles end over end over end, picking up more speed, allowing you to get, I'm going to say, within 60 feet
Oh yes.
of what is happening. The rest of you are able to get to the sled. And I'm going to say you make 200 feet, so you're about half the distance. You're catching up.
Carnelian's gonna play some like fiddle chase music as they're on the way.
Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah,
Okay, excellent.
That's good, Carnelian. Keep it up.
it seemed appropriate.
And at the same time, Wodun, you land on the back of this Charlatan dragon as it starts demolishing the building in front of you. It takes this large swipe. Boom, 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 and the inn starts crashing down. We're going to keep this sort of semi-initiative state, I think, is the best thing for us to do here.
Wodun yells out, I'm not telling her to do this, I'm sorry.
We only rated
Seesaw motor function. Seesaw motor function.
that. We only rated that in 2 out of 5 stars anyway. It's fine.
No, that's the next town.
No, the next town was the sausages. This town was the chowder.
It was good chowder.
Apple chowder.
I'm sorry, there's no such thing.
Chowder. Okay. As this dragon starts beating down on the building, it doesn't seem to even take notice of Wodun landing on its back. What does everyone want to do? Svieta, you're tumbling.
You're tumbling. What are you
Tumbling.
doing?
I'm going to say you can move double your movement speed, but if you don't slow yourself down and you hit something, you'll take some damage.
60 feet away from the
Yep.
dragon.
And you can move double your speed.
You can hit him. Strike.
Would I count as a bludgeoning weapon if I try and hit him?
I mean, I like the idea.
It's
Where you can roll a melee hit, you will take damage, but so will it.
totally worth it.
I feel like a spider carapace isn't the best impact against a crystal.
Oh, and because I'm a druid, I'm magical bludgeoning damage. Fuck you.
Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Carnelian, is there anything else you can do? You're a couple hundred feet away.
Couple hundred feet.
God, there's a rule I need to now look up very, very quickly. Because I know roughly what you're going to say next.
Nah, I think I'm good. If we're a couple hundred feet, Carnelian's gonna wait to see how far the cart takes us.
So that's what I was thinking you were going to say. God damn it.
I am willing to bet that this dragon cannot be charmed.
It's a
What?
construct, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if Wodun says some really nice things to him?
Just whisper sweet nothings while I'm on its back. You're doing a
I
great
would
job
like to
destroying the
insult.
tavern.
I would like to insult the dragon's mother. I mean, I actually would
Zardarok?
happily insult Zardarok. So
Oh, imagine if that boob statue is like in its antenna and you just take over it.
I have control. Left. Right. Hang on.
assuming
Shit, I was about to say full direct
I'm
control.
all embarrassed.
Am I about to ratatouille a dragon?
Please do.
Nice.
Gonna make it cook some chowder.
Yeah.
Good chowder for
It's
once.
like arms are reaching through the window, like making a chowder.
It's got little stubby legs. I love the proportions on this thing. It's not at all like actual dragons like are depicted. It's very like short and squat and like boxy. Like normal dragons in D&D tend to be like long and like cat-like in their proportions.
It's just a solid dude.
You can tell it was made by a dwarf.
Yeah.
So you're just waiting to see how close the dogs take you. I'm going to say within this movement, this goes for Horatio as well. You move another 100 feet closer. You're 100 feet away. Wodun, what would you like to do as well?
Well, I'm assuming that would have been my whole action to get to the dragon, right?
This is sort of a new turn. So tell me what you intend to do now that you've landed on the dragon.
Well, I wanted to stop destroying things, so I might pull out the wand of web,
Okay.
and see if I can snag its arms and anchor it to the ground or something. I just want to stop it from being causing destruction.
Okay, so it's in the middle of destroying the uphill climb, so it's partially demolished at this stage, but it hasn't fully destroyed it yet. How does the wand of web work? What do I need to do?
You need to make a dex save, which
Is set by the wand.
I think it's 15. 15 dex, yes.
Okay. I need to actually do real quick before. Okay. Dex saving throw of 16?
15.
15. Okay. So, what happens if it gets web?
If the web is anchored, which I'm assuming I could probably do in this situation.
If you do it across the floor, it doesn't need to be anchored. You can just be on the ground.
It is on the ground at this stage, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking I want to stop it from swinging and doing stuff rather than
The spell
hold it in
itself
place.
is, yeah, so what does the spell say it does?
Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn must make a dex save. Restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free.
Yep.
You can use your action to make a strength check against the spell save DC. If the webs are flammable, you can light them on fire.
Yep. Okay, I think I got this. That means what ends up happening is the web... You don't have to do anything to cast web from this wand, yeah?
I'm assuming because it's a wand, I can just do it, right?
Depends.
It's an action. You just point the wand and go.
Yeah.
Some wands...
Bingus bongus.
Bingus bungus. Just says casting time on action. Components, a bit of spider web.
Sometimes there is a restriction on...
Not this one. It doesn't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are looking straight down on top of this dragon, and you point the wand straight down, and a web springs out between the dragon's wings, arms, legs, and the ground, effectively restraining it at this stage. The creature that is restrained, its speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from a bonus to its speed. Its attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attacks have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. To that end, Svieta, rolling down the hill at the speed of sound,
Yeah!
you get to make your attack with advantage.
Body check.
Does the spider get 1 attack or 2?
As
a
any
ball?
as a ball.
Yeah.
As anything, it's 1 attack.
I got it. Roll to hit with your spidery limbness.
Thank you.
Limbless.
Double 15. So that is... What am I to hitting?
Standard attack.
Dex plus proficiency.
It'll be on the stat block. I know it doesn't say spider limb, but whatever your normal melee attack is.
20. A dirty 20.
Nice.
20 is a hit.
Yes.
So, against my better judgment, roll your damage dice, add an extra d6 to it
Ooh.
as well.
Do I just base it on the only damage this thing can
Yes, just its blood, whatever damage it does. What is it? Well, I'm going to count it as bludgeoning damage.
do? Okay. Well, its bite.
Yeah.
It's a d8 plus 3.
Okay, so roll d8 plus 3, add an extra d6.
But yeah.
I hope I don't roll high because I feel it's going to hurt me. Yeah, it's fine. 11, 14.
14. How much was on the d6?
5.
You take 5 points of damage.
Fantastic.
Trade.
Thanks.
But how much damage was that again?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah. bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning. I'm a magical spider.
Okay. It is quite important for the purposes here.
Okay, I'm gonna bite it next.
I
Not right now. Soon.
feel like it's the poison of the spider probably does nothing to a construct.
I feel it's immune to being poisoned and paralyzed. But I don't know that. I haven't observed it with all 16,000 eyes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, here's what happens. It's not exactly combat, but it's close. The rest of you in the cart start arriving at this scene. A spider slammed and probably a little bit dazed on the the back flank of this dragon. Wodun striding atop, webs straight down. This dragon has been restrained, and as soon as it gets smacked by Svieta, it rears up in pain and starts you see the glow of that radiant light begin again, and it is looking all around at all of you. It's going to make a strength saving throw to break the web.
Sorry, is it a saving throw or an ability check?
It's a good question. What does the one say?
What does
What
the
does the one say?
Makes a strength check against your spell save DC.
That is different. It actually has a better saving throw than it has a strength check.
Cool, because if it is a strength check, I'm going to use cutting words to insult its maker.
Nice.
Okay.
Call into question the
Yeah.
skill.
Sorry. How far away are we?
You're right up approaching it now. If there's something you'd like to do, now is the time.
If we're within 30 feet, I was going to cast Bane on it.
Okay. Okay.
But, again, last I heard we were still 100 feet away.
No, I said you're approaching now.
Okay.
So go.
So-
As I said, we're playing a bit loosey-goosey here.
Okay.
Is there something you'd also like to do, Svieta? This is going to try to break out at the same time.
Oh, I thought that was my action. Was
Yeah, we're sort of
slamming
seeing into
it.
the... Again, we're not doing a turn by turn. I just want to know what you're doing at this turn.
If it breaks out of web,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast web on it.
Okay. All right.
Amazing.
Okay.
I
Purple
guess,
web.
So, cutting words is a reaction. Does that mean I can also, cast Shatter on it?
Please don't.
It's only a 10-foot, radius, so I can cast it, away from you.
Plenty of.
I'm going to... Look, guys. I'm bending a few rules here for the sake of flow. Give me sort of a real simple thing of what you're instinctually doing in the moment. It's not a turn-by-turn combat. I just want to know what you're trying to do as you approach.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because if it's making a check as a reaction, I can go. Zadarok was a smelly dwarf who couldn't bend an ingot into a sword.
It's going to try and break through. I'm going to allow Banes and debuffs to go off. And I'm going to allow Web to go off if it breaks free. I think that's fair. And let's see if it breaks free first before we go any further.
All right.
I apologize. This might feel a bit janky, but this is, I think, to me, better than doing round-by-round combat.
Can you subtract 7 from that strength check?
Okay.
Sick.
Are we going to Bane before or after?
Well, I assume you want to Bane before it tries to...
Yeah, I mean, however you want to rule it, but that was what I intended
Yeah.
to do as we approached.
So what was the check it needs to make?
Charisma. Sexy
It
dragon.
failed that check, which means it is baned. So, with its strength change, it's got a -7 to the strength. Negative... What are we rolling on the Bane?
D4.
You roll the D4. Tell me what you got.
Okay. Doesn't count, mate. 1. Pangus.
I mean, -8 to a check
Yeah.
is still pretty debilitating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. -8. DC 15. It does not break free of the web.
Nice.
We are now going to actually roll into initiative because I can't see another way around it.
Yeah.
Do we want to... So we re-rolling initiative?
Let's re-roll initiative at this stage.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Carnelian.
17.
Wodun.
Nat 1 for a 2.
All right. Back on form.
Never change.
Horatio.
Nat 20 for a 22.
Hey.
Okay. And Svieta.
11.
11. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back into initiative order now that you've all approached. We're treating the last round as whatever was the last thing that happened. That's basically what's happened here. So the Callan dragon is webbed to the floor. But now everything proceeds as normal initiative. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Horatio, you are first up. Your cart is effectively right on this thing. So you could step out and be right in front of it.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. As a free action, I'd like to just test something if you'll allow it. I want to yell at it, see if it hears me. Hey, you idiot! You big dumb. Look at you, made out of nothing, and you're not even really idiot. Any response? I can clarify a bit more what I'm trying to do if you like.
I would like to know specifically, are you just yelling at it in common?
Yelling at it in common, I'm trying to ascertain whether or not it has the ability to hear, and whether it would be worth deafening it or blinding it.
Okay.
That's all.
It is... So the response you get from this dragon is it's thrashing wildly, trying to break free of the web. And you can see, now that you've started yelling at it, a single eye on a long... Is it a long neck? Yes.
It's a thick neck.
Single eye on a big long neck whips around and tries to stare almost at all of you at once. It appears to have taken notice of all of you.
Okay. Even though I can hear, I still think I should blind the fucking thing. Oh, wait, I swore. I'm going to cast blindness, deafness on it, Callan.
Okay.
It's a con save, but I've got to try. It does have bloody Bane.
What's the Bane number?
Alright, I'll give it to you.
I've been told that I should let the players roll the dice on Bane.
Oh, fuck you. 1 again. So
Okay.
-1.
-1 to this Constitution save.
Yes, DC 14.
Okay. I'm not going to reveal anything here, but if it wasn't for that -1, it would have saved.
Whoa. Boom.
So, it is... You have to choose one or the other, right? I think.
Yeah, I chose blind.
Blind.
I'm going to blind it.
Okay. It is restrained. It is blinded. It is not happy, Jan. Or anything else, Horatio?
Oh, just try to ease it back a comfortable distance. Wasn't me.
Spread out so we're not, like,
Yep.
next to one another.
Yes. Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because it is its turn.
Oh no.
It's blinded. Do I get a save at the end of my turn, or is it perma-blind, or...
Excellent question. I would answer that.
I just want to know what I'm rolling at the end of its turn.
At the end of its turn, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay. I'm going to say it's going to try one more time to break free from its webbing. This is a strength check. It is Bane, so give me the Bane number.
You know what it's going to be. What do you have to ask me?
That was amazing.
3 ones in a row.
Love the consistency.
Oh, I'm nothing if not consistent.
Okay. Strength. Now, this is a strength check, not a strength saving throw. And it was the DC for the web was...
15.
Me sideways. 14. It doesn't break free of the friggin' web, and that's because of the fucking -1.
You complain about rolling -1 on the Bane, but that's twice now
Not
that
anymore, I
that
don't.
-1 has been, like,
Not anymore, I don't.
impactful.
I assume that it takes its action, so it's now going to try and resist the blind, and that was a charisma save?
Constitution.
Constitution save, okay.
Nearly so.
I guess Bane works on this as well.
You know it does. Come on, baby.
2, okay.
So take 2 off it. DC 14.
This time, it is no longer blinded, but it was really, really close. Holy crap. Okay. It is absolutely enraged. It cannot seem to shake these webs, and is just like the black of its eyes as it was being covered by some magical sight, void sight in front of it, drops as its red eyes, yellow eyes return to form and turn red as it looks at all of you. But can't move. Carnelian, it's your turn.
Shatter!
Okay.
Carnelian is going to aim the shatter at, like, the lower, like, portion of it to keep the Mountie out of the 10-foot radius.
Saving throw.
So it is made out of it is a Constitution saving throw, but it is made out of an inorganic substance.
It is a construct. Yeah, I don't know how that affects this.
So Shatter specifically says if the target is made out of an inorganic construct and then inorganic material, and then gives it says such as metal, stone, or crystal,
Okay.
it gets disadvantage on the saving throw.
I'll give it disadvantage on the saving throw. What type of saving throw?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
That's not going to hit the webs and destroy it, will it?
Don't forget.
Reach. I can put it up in the air. I can put the 10-foot rate, the center point, pretty much anywhere. So
Please don't put it above the dragon.
So that was a negative
-3 on the bang.
3 on the
We're
bang.
almost at 4, baby.
Disadvantage roll. One was a natural 20. The other was enough to save.
it'll still take half. And we are going to do 6, 14, 20, 25, but half round up.
Okay.
13.
Very nice.
Solid.
And then, yeah, Carnelian is going to, like, jump off the wagon and, like, move, like... Would it be an interact action to let the animals out of their harness?
Yes.
Alright, and he is going to, like, let the animals free off of the wagon just so that they can either flee if they choose or join us if they choose.
All
I
right.
hope with Otto and Dogcliff they'll help us out, but we haven't asked them to.
I don't particularly want him fighting a dragon.
No.
But yes, this way they will have the opportunity to flee.
Yeah.
Svieta, your
Oh.
turn.
Alright. Use my brand new fangs and take a chomp out of its tail, since I'm right up against its butt.
Just a
Okay.
little nibble.
Advantage to hit.
Oh. That yields 16.
16's a miss.
Oh, I have bloody inspiration. No, it's too late. I'm gonna climb on it,
Okay.
and just make it uncomfortable.
The dragon is uncomfortable.
Thank you.
He looks it.
Wodun, it's your turn.
Alright, here we go. With my action, I will summon the spear, like my pact weapon.
Okay.
With my bonus action, I will cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay.
Nice.
And with my hasted action, I will take one hit at the dragon with my spear.
Can you take the one hit? Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
You roll to hit with advantage because it is still restrained.
Nice.
Don't forget you still have Bardic Inspiration, that does last 10 minutes. So after you roll the dice, but before Callan says if it's a hit or not, you can roll 1d8 and add that to any check you want.
You are also
Is
blessed.
the bless? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
No,
bless still
No
going?
longer, because I'm baiting now.
Ah, okay, cool.
Take that bless away.
No!
Take my bless away.
With advantage, that is 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice.
So,
Right between the plates.
where's my stuff? Oh, this is two-handed, by the way, because I haven't had my shield this whole time.
Spearman, stab the dragon.
That is 12 points of magical piercing.
Very
Okay.
nice.
All right.
Putting some damage on
Pile it on.
it. That's it.
Anything else you like to do?
Oh, hang on. Do I get a
Extra bang
plus
damage?
3 bonus to damage rolls for Hexblade's Curse? So plus 3 more.
What type of damage, please?
Necrotic?
Is it the same as the weapon, or is it necrotic?
It is important. I think.
It doesn't say, so I guess just the same as the weapon.
Okay. All right. Some damage piling on. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's it.
Horacio, it's your turn.
Blindness, deafness.
If it frustrates the DM, it must be a good spell.
If you can't see what the fuck he's doing, it makes it hard for him
What
to
type
hit
of
us.
save is it?
Constitution. It's a toughie, but if I'm blind, that fucker. And subtract 4. There it is. We got there. So -4 on the DC 14.
Makes it.
Ah, you gotta try it.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do? What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Okay.
Let me just quickly check my bonus actions. That'll do me. Thank you.
Carnelian, your last action was to let the dogs loose.
Yeah.
I would like you, and effectively at this stage, Otto Dogcliff, to roll me a dexterity save as a radiant breath attack is in a line towards you and the dogs.
I didn't want to stay next to the cart. I wanted to, like...
You released the dogs, you didn't say you moved away.
God, Tim, you've pissed the DM off. He's going for our animals now.
Let's see.
First
Roll me a
you take
dexterity
your
saving
animals.
throw.
Dexterity save?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you gave him
I think I'll be fine. 25? Well, I'll
a
take
pass.
half.
Come on, boys.
What'd you give him? Oh, God. Sorry, it is... That was an 8, so... 10?
Full damage to Otto and Dogcliff.
Better
on,
than what I would
boys.
have done, don't worry.
Half damage to
Should
Carnelian.
have used your towers.
Mm,
My boys.
I can sit it up here so it falls into... Oh, no.
Put it straight in the end. Hit the tower. Just pop straight at it, like boom, into the side.
Get the rebound shot.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
That would be, to Carnelian, 16 points of radiant damage.
Oh, my boys.
To Otto and Dogcliff, 32 points
Oh my
of
God.
radiant damage.
Boys.
As a beam emanates from this dragon. All dogs in that line. Let me double check.
Is it a 5-foot
Former
line?
dogs.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they have to choose between me and the dog? Well, he wouldn't be able to hit all of the dogs and me, because...
Let me just check a stat block real quick.
Yeah, dogs don't have a lot of hit points.
Dogcliff does by proxy.
It's a shared pool, thankfully.
Otto can shield him.
With his girthy body.
Yeah, even with the saved amount, half of the dogs in that cart bite it.
But the dragon.
And so that sled effectively can no longer be pulled by the remaining amount of dogs.
Dang.
But that means it could not try and break free, as that is an action to try and break free. It is still restrained and stuck on the ground. Carnelian, it's your turn.
Word before, let's go for another shatter. Please say the disadvantage and the bane.
3.
Constitution, was it?
Yeah.
13.
14 is the DC.
It's 13. I can't do much about that.
3, 5, 10, 13.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Move away from Otto and Dogcliff so that we're not in, a 5-foot radius of each other.
Svieta.
I'm just gonna bite it again.
Okay.
I feel
Roll to
that's
hit with advantage.
what a spider would do.
Yep.
What a spider wants.
Didn't expect that.
Dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
So,
Damage.
the damage for this, it's 1d8 magical piercing damage,
Yep.
and then I will have you make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to ask a quick question right now.
Yes.
Is this to deal poison damage? Or
Yes.
to make it poisoned?
But my primal instincts, my attacks from beast form count as magical for the purposes of overcoming resistances and immunities to non-magical attacks and damages.
Yeah.
Does that count with poison?
Because
feel
poison
that
is
poison's
specific
not very
damage
magical.
type. So the magic damage talks about physical damage and overcoming damage resistances.
Yeah.
Poison, regardless of whether it's magical or not, is a damage type.
Okay.
And even if we were talking about that, it would have to say from poison that is non-magical, right? But they never specify that in this stat block. It is immune to poisoned and poison damage.
Well, take 11 piercing damage then.
Nice.
Still really nice, but
Yeah.
thank
No,
you
that's
for
okay.
giving me that.
Yeah. Well, it's just poison damage.
Yeah.
If it fails to save, but then the poison state wouldn't affect it, or
It
can
is-
I still do poison damage?
So specifically, and this is just reading straight from the immunities sheet,
Yeah.
damage immunity is poison, condition immunity is poisoned. So the poison state doesn't apply either.
It can overcome poison
Yeah.
as part of the attack. Because if I attack as like a flying snake, because it only does poison damage, that
Yeah.
just wouldn't
It
affect
would
it.
not do any damage to
Even though
this.
that's the physical attack that it's
The
doing.
physical part of that.
It's
was-
only like bludgeoning and stuff.
Correct. So
Okay.
when you talk about a flying state, it has a set amount of piercing damage.
Yep.
That would get through. Then resistances take effect in this
Okay.
case, unless it's magical piercing.
Alright.
Then the poison component of that damage would not cut through. This creature is also immune to the poison state, which usually gives you disadvantage on a bunch of things,
It
as
makes it
well as
paralyzed,
being
yeah.
poisoned. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
But because this is immune to being poisoned, paralysis specifically says while the creature is poisoned in this way,
Yep.
it's paralyzed.
Okay.
Also, not for nothing, it's immune to paralyzation as well.
I figured as much. I wasn't really banking on it being poisoned,
No.
but I just saw the like magical immunities,
Yes.
Are you-
non-magical attacks. and
It's
damages.
worth playing that out to
Yeah.
the conclusion because while a creature is being poisoned, other effects can take into account. This creature is also immune to the poison condition, therefore it can't be affected by things requiring poison of this type.
All right, I'm gonna stay exactly on its flank,
Okay.
still being an annoyance.
Spank that flank.
Okay.
Fight it.
Classic flank spank.
Done. Would Otto and Dogcliff be enraged by being attacked?
I was going to come to them at the end of the round.
Okay.
Please be patient
No.
Please
I
hold
understand.
Dot Cliff.
as I get there.
Okay.
We'll get there together. But right now it's Wodun's turn.
Nice.
Yes. I'm gonna self-declare that my haste is over.
Okay.
When haste expires, you lose your turn.
I'm not gonna declare that.
I reckon you've still got
How-
about 5 turns left.
Yeah, it was 10 turns
Because we
total.
had, because we had 3 turns on the battlements. So was it 2 or 3 turns to get out?
You have 3 turns of haste left.
Okay. All right. So then.
I'm assuming actually is haste a concentration spell?
For me,
Yeah, you
Fine.
got hit by a
I did.
laser beam. Roll me a constitution save.
That's 16 is 8, so I need a 10. That's a 12. So
Okay. You are still hasted, sir.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna hit it some more times.
Okay.
Did we say I can't use my action to double attack and then use my hasted action to attack
To
again?
attack once, so you can attack 3 times effectively.
Okay, cool.
And they're
Nice.
all at advantage because it's still restrained.
Sweet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will do that. So I'm gonna move that out the way.
and remember, you do still have the bardic inspiration.
Yeah. So first one is 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Second one is. Oh, I might use the inspiration on that one. Whoa.
Got an 8 on it.
8, 6, 14. 22 to
Okay.
hit. Third one. Whoa, 18 to hit.
All 3 hit.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So.
Wodun getting some work done in the back end of this fight.
All of those are getting the 3
Getting the
attacks hit
advantage,
with
yeah.
Hexblade's curse.
Oh shit, I rolled a 19 on one of those. That's a
That's
crit.
a crit.
Okay. Then
Whoa.
one's a crit.
Okay, so that was the first one was the crit.
Double dice for the first one.
The first one is...
Does that include double the hex? Oh, it was hex, but
No, because
flat
it's flat damage, yeah.
2 of those, so 9, 14, 17 points of magical piercing.
Nice.
How much, sorry?
What did I say?
17.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm too excited. Second hit is max damage, 13 plus 3, 16 magical piercing.
Okay.
Wait, that's not right. No, it is.
Yeah.
Is it D8 plus 3?
D8 plus 5 plus 3.
Plus 5 plus 3. Bang.
Yeah. Okay. Third one is 12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. It is still up.
It was like 40 damage or something, I reckon. Shoot.
At the very end of this round, I'd like to know what Otto and Dogcliff are doing at this stage.
You might bring them into battle.
Wodun probably wouldn't want Dogcliff involved in a dragon fight, but if you want them in, then go for it.
No, I feel like Otto probably might, but they're fairly wounded. They'll probably run away.
Well, you can kind of direct them in a way. You know, what do you want them to do as a?
You're the only one that can speak to them.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I have no mouth.
Oh.
I have a hat, but it doesn't really work on Dogcliff.
Well, maybe we can just get them in, and then just use like Otto's attack or something, and Dogcliff can stay out of it.
That's not how this works.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have
man.
to. They're one.
If this was how you were thinking, Dogcliff would have died in the last attack.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get them in.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Otto and Dogcliff, heroes and friends, charge into battle. They get an attack on it.
Oh, and Otto's got more adult feathers now.
Otto is
less like a snowball.
sizably bigger
Yeah.
than the last time that we saw him, as he is growing into his more teenage years.
It's got like that ugly fluff collar. Bit of a gross looking face.
Oh yeah, like a teenage owl.
Yeah. Just fluff for the rest.
You may take the floor.
Dogcliff first to make him prone. Go for it.
That's hilarious.
The prone, does that say a size category?
I don't think if it's based on the wolf, I don't think it does. Which is like
If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw, but he knocked prone.
Not that it's going to matter in this particular case.
I feel like just like
It's
wrench a
hilarious.
stubby leg out to like topple him over on one side.
I mean,
Oh, sorry.
To
Can
hit.
I get a bane on its strength save as well? Would it?
Plus 5.
Oh, would it?
21
Any
to
save. If it's forced to make a save.
Yes.
21's a hit.
2d4 plus 2.
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
7 points of regular
Okay.
piercing.
Okay.
Classic Pierce.
what we're learning here today, folks, is why boss monsters in Dungeons and Dragons have legendary saving throws and legendary actions.
Yes.
It's to stop you from bullying the boss monster like this.
That attack hit. It's still up.
Prone.
Oh. Strength saving throw. This is going to be quite easy for it, though, I think.
What are we, Bane? We got a Bane?
-4.
Yes, sick.
No, it still makes it.
No.
Oh, man. That would have been so funny. It's like the size of its foot.
Yeah.
He knocks it over. Boom.
Stands on some, like, particularly hard ice.
Make that noise again.
Someone just left a banana peel in the middle of the snow in the dale.
Can I go?
Yes.
Okay, one claw attack from Otto. That's a 2, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then we're going
Was
to
that
go...
with advantage?
No.
It should be.
It should be. It's restrained.
He restrained.
The other one's a 4, so
Okay.
we're going to do that again with his beak.
Okay.
It's like one of the budgies that try and nibble at itself in a mirror.
Baker. Peck that fuck.
17?
17 is a hit, exactly.
I just missed before as well. That's okay.
Really quickly.
Give him a little peck on the lips.
Otto and Dogcliff come charging in from fucking nowhere. Dogcliff manages to get one bite off. Otto didn't quite get that first one, but the beak does dig in.
With 6 damage, mind you.
It ain't matter when it's on one hit point.
What with 3.
What a chip!
The dragon makes a horrific grinding noise as it begins to shudder and crumble to pieces. As its great bulk crashes to the snow, jagged shards of black crystal fly off in all directions. Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah!
Defeated the Shaman Dragon, and I did not expect that to go nearly as smoothly as it was going to go.
It's okay.
We were made for fighting dragons.
Oh man,
reckon-
I can write a sick ass song about this.
How about Otto with that fucking kill steal? 3 points of damage.
That's like the perfect time for him to come in because it's just before the start of the next turn. I mean, like honestly, the bulk of the work was probably Wodun in that fight.
I think
but-
so, yeah.
Big stabs.
And your shatters as well.
And that
I think the Bane on the saves.
The bane.
Oh, being able to like keep it from making strength checks to get out of the web was just
Yeah.
so good.
Like
Well,
to
did a
think
good
with
job
one
with
of the
that.
shards, myself just went. Woo.
Just surfing the shard.
Yeah, it's
flying
like
off.
floating away, maybe like 60 feet away.
Good thing Wodun can still fly.
Whoa!
Riding it like a bronco.
That guy owes me a chowder!
I have
Again.
a whole page of things that I can now safely press X on. You guys said that you were made for fighting dragons, right?
I've always maintained that.
Yeah.
As a group, well,
It's what
this
Callan would
specific
want.
type of dragon.
It's what John would want.
Do you want to know what else you guys are made for?
Huh?
Leveling up. And I got nothing
Really?
else. We will see you next
Oh,
week.
goodbye.
Oh, yeah!
Fuck yeah.
Can you ask Horatio, because I'm still trying to figure out what to do.
Andy, what is Horatio doing in this moment?
Yeah,
Horatio
This is
is...
Tim.
Let me take that back.
Oh, you can. He might
Tim
have
has
an
more
idea.
face fluff.
Callan,
than
what
Andrew.
is Horatio...
It's all about face fluff.
Tim.
Callan.
Tim, what's Horatio doing in this moment?
Callan, I need a moment.
Jen, what's Horatio doing in this moment?
So Horatio is going to touch as many butts as possible.
Okay.
All of
that's-
the butts.
Hey there, adventurer! Get ready to embark on an epic journey with Mythcraft RPG. Mythcraft is the ultimate TTRPG system and universe brought to you by the Homebrew Network in partnership with Quasi-Real Publishing. With one of the most robust character creation systems on the market, you'll have the power to design and play your dream character in a huge, narratively rich universe. Choose from 14 lineages, 11 classes, countless occupations and profession options, and a ton of talents. Discover endless, intriguing, and unique combinations to create your perfect hero. And the best part? You'll get a new option for your character with a new talent point every level. Mythcraft needs your support to make this happen. Check out the Kickstarter at mythcraftrpg.com and get ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Mythcraft RPG Kickstarter is open until April 19th, and you won't want to miss out on this thrilling journey. Let's do this! That's mythcraftrpg.com.